Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. On this week's episode, we are going to be exploring Drupal a little bit. This is my first experience using Drupal, um, and I will say it is very complex, but at the same time, it's also very usable and very practical for large enterprises, for example. So, just to give you an example, so like places like the White House and other large entities use this, and it's mainly because of its uh, structure abilities. So I'll kind of walk through that for a second here. So within this, it's called content types, which is basically like a if you've done coding development or anything, it's basically like creating a class, and it's very easy. So you just would add the content type. So we'll give it a name. We'll say an example, and then oh yeah, so we'll create that, and then basically so boom, that just created the class. It's that easy. And then we'll go through and add the fields to this. Um, And for the most part, what we can do is we'll just add most of this as plain text, and we'll just call this example field. Okay, continue, and then and then it gives you a bunch of different settings you can put in. Um, and this basically just gives you so many options in terms of connecting content and things like that. So we'll even make another one. But for this one, we'll actually do this as a reference. So we can refer this to a content. So we'll say content, or we'll say sample reference, which would basically be like if you called another, if you called for a class within a class in any sort of development. Um, and so we'll go ahead and do that. And then it will, yes, we're gonna do some type of content. Yep, we're gonna save that. And then it brings this up. And basically we can, so these are other contents that I already have within the site, or we'll call them other classes. So for this one, we're doing an example is the name of this one. But this is another one that I created, example content type. And all you do is you click that and you just create referenced entities if they don't already exist. And that basically just links it right there. And once you save that, boom, it's right there where in here, you can see this. Um, and so you can use that. And then you can go over to content here, and you can see I've already added in a ton of stuff. So like, for example, in this assignment that we did, there's courses, there's instructors and rooms. We had to interconnect all of those. But for this one, we will now add an example right there, title it, this is our example. Cool. And then right in here in this field that I was going to do, we can just say, like, we'll just call this EX and reference. So basically, if you reference it something else, like for every course, there's an instructor. So for this one, we'll just say like example reference again, and we'll go ahead and save that. And then that will post to, once it loads, cool. And then it goes right into the site. This is our example. Um, and then, yeah, you can create tabs for all this stuff. But really, this is a perfect system for big enterprises that are trying to create complex sites. So thanks, guys, for listening.